I got werewolf making hands because I was making werewolves earlier today. All right. So this, it's my friend Sean from Maryland. I'm not going to tell them your last name in case they're stalkers or something, but you never know. Some of these people get creepy. And I met that club. Beside you. You set it right inside the worm. Move that bone. Yeah, like it's already like drying and darkening up. Hello, Rodney. Yeah, giant snicks. I'm at dark hour right now, so you guys just have to wonder about our lives. Sean is visiting from one of my favorite haunts in Maryland. I have to say one of, and that is Legends of the Fog. And technically, are you in Bell Camp? Churchville. Like, they're in my old hood where I grew up. So hi everybody. Once again, this is like a from work video, so basically you guys are just creeping while Alan is working. And I'll get the comments when I can, but me reading comments is not guaranteed. Are you wearing your favorite clothes today?
No.
Good. We're putting on a base coat. And this is the eel that I made up to look like a snake. Know Your Joe Stream Elements is a robot. So you can talk to him, but he's a robot, so don't expect a lot. It's something, it's a chat bot for a live stream, which I honestly barely understand myself. Hi, Jake. One day. Yeah. Yep, and I'll leave it locked, and I'll leave it locked and give you the keys on your desk. That's a good time. What's that? I am on the interwebs again. People are watching me paint.
Hey, I wonder what I'm looking for picking stuff to fill the stage with dress it out.
Is it okay to have this in front of the world?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Fill the dress out with it.
Okay.
One was too interesting. The one greenhouse and maybe that's a decent spot to build it. And the other ones that we decided.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds fine.
All right.
See you, Jake. So, have you painted a monster head this big before?
Yeah, on this page. You have to worry about like dry time with this stuff?
Not normally. I mean, I want it to dry pretty fast because I want to get this whole thing painted tonight.
Sure.
So hi everybody. Hello Ezekiel. This should be nightmare fuel if you do this correctly. That is correct. You are always creeping. And Ross Richard. And the person behind Alan who's not Alan. That is Sean. And he is from a haunt in Maryland called Legends of the Fog. He happened to be in town and said, hey, I'd like to visit with you and do no work whatsoever. And of course I put it to work. But he works at a haunt that is in the town, kind of where I grew up. Probably the mainest road your haunt is off of is Route 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's on that every day.
Oh, really? Did you grow up around there? Like,
Yeah, I lived on Robin Hood Road.
oh, okay.
Yes, this would suck to ship. You are correct. The base coat is 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. It is 1/3 casting latex, 1/3 distilled water, and 1/3 latex. It's actually a little bit latex heavy because I want this to be a nice thick coating on here also. And there's probably a little bit of rubber cement in it because I didn't clean the can well. But that's got to be just good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Right in my eye. How bad is it? Oh, it's not bad.
Not too bad.
Great. You met a pig wrangler friend of me and Jake's. Yes, you did. I know Jared. Yes, Jared's awesome. I love the sentence. I met a pig wrangler friend of yours. And as soon as you said that, I said Jared. Yeah, he had a regular job, and he went to the State Fair of Texas and saw the pig wranglers. And he's like, well, that looks like a lot of fun. And he started talking to them. And they're like, well, we need somebody. You want to come with us? And it's like, okay. And now he's on the road doing pig wrangling. And he's been doing that for, I don't know, 2-3 years. Like, I don't know. I think anything is great that you can, you're doing something you enjoy at least. Okay, we need to adjust our snake.
Yeah.
Guide me into that top hole with that fit in that hole. Now we'll tip. Our snake is set up in a shopping cart. Masato-ke! This will be a black snake with, snake-colored parts, but he's a black snake. Hello. Yeah, a bit of a weird day, but we're live. That's what matters. Sometimes going live is how I tell my wife I'm going to be late coming home from work. It's like, oh, well, he's live. That means he's not here. That's also like a, like, so I go live from work all the time. So I can't be like, honey, I'm working late, and then go to the bar or something. So they go, yeah, your work, go live, huh? I also don't drink, so not a lot of likelihood of that.
How long have you been chatting together?
Married in 2004, so we're coming up on 17 or 18 years. Wonderful. This is like a nice dark gray base color. The scales are black. I wanted to be able to go up from there. I'll get the backs of these teeth, and you get the backs of the teeth on my side. Okay. I will be at MHC. Hello, wife. We were just discussing wifely things. I have to paint this head, honey, and then I can come home. As soon as this head is painted. But getting this done today means I don't have to come in tomorrow. So that is why we just finished a video shoot. That went well. I'm gonna pull out my phone and show pictures, but that's my phone. What happens to me a lot. Not that I don't trust you, I'm gonna go check your side too. Yeah, this is the dark gray snake.
Yeah.
While we're waiting on this to dry, I'm going to grab a pair of scissors. We still have some flashing around his neck I want to trim off. I like big snakes, and I cannot lie. Hit this spot over here. snake skin. Hooray, wife. Yes, Crypts, we are busy as usual. This is a giant snake head that we're working on for a different show, actually. I think at this point we're just making it wetter. So I'm going to spin it around. This is my paint reference, actually. So I just spun it so that his throat is getting dry, and I'll be able to paint his throat, you know, the bottom jaw and stuff, a lighter color now. So that will be good. That's my paint reference. That's what they want his eye to look like. And I had to change the eel that we have into this head shape, and that's why I did all the foam work. But if you look, you can see he really has that head shape now. So, there you go.
Is there anybody here that has a key for Lucy's office?
I think it is left, and I think Tim left. Right now, I do not, because I did not. Wait a minute. No, I don't. I have to protect it because my office is on my Jeep, so I don't.
Don't worry, I'm just going to put the equipment in my office.
Okay, that's cool. I'm going off radio. If you need me, I'm in the shop. So yeah. So what kind of haunt stuff do you do?
Build scenes and sets for hay rides and help with any prop repair and stuff like that.
Okay. That's what he does. But that's not your full time, right?
Yeah, full time I work for free to lay.
And how often are you out at the haunt working?
As much as I can be. Probably in the off season more than the regular season. But I'd say probably like at least, you know, half a month or more.
So are you there on operational nights?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am. I try and just be behind the scenes and, you know, stay down where the hay ride is in case it needs help or anything breaks down.
Gotcha. Realms, I'm going to say that the snake was a giant pain in the butt, so I probably would not do that again, honestly. Or I would do it for like $1,200. Like, and that's expensive, considering the eel head is way less, but this was a lot of work. So I'm pricing it in such a way that you don't want to buy it. That way, I don't have to say no. I'm not going to do that for you because, you know, I'm willing. That is almost dry.
Yeah.
Where it's not in there. I kind of feel like we need to like shoot right at the mouth.
Yeah.
Although I can paint inside the mouth last. On camera, this looks vaguely adult.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This is a head in a cave scare, I believe. Hair farmers unite. You know what? So here's something about my hair that I figured out. Hi. No, thank you. You were an awesome witch. Hope you had fun. Okay, good deal. Did you see any pictures of yourself? Good. I think you look pretty cool. Oh wait, actress from photo shoot leaving. But anyway, my hair. Look at how gray my beard is. Okay, look at how gray my beard is. It's ridiculous how gray my beard is. But then my hair, there's really not even much gray in it. So I think I look younger with the long hair because there's more brown than white on my face.
Like the kid.
Hello, creepers. Sorry your battery is dying, Edson. There we go. The head, foaming it in, we use 3 bags of the Sika fence post foam. So about 50 bucks worth of foam on the inside. And then I use 2-inch thick foam to build it up on the outside. That's true. In other jobs, you can't shout out, "You were a great witch." That's true. This one we can. Yeah, the way I had to do that turned out, like, I had to move his eyes. Like, there was so much on this snake, on this eel, that I had to do to make him a naked. It's not perfect, but it's good enough.
He said he's gonna be in the box, like a lobster.
Yeah, he comes out of like a cave opening, I think. This is a production company reached out to me, and like they did this bit and like foamed this in it, and so we're doing that for them. Still figuring out how exactly I want to paint the scales, because the scales, I got him this nice base gray. I think I'm going to individually paint the scales in black, and then go back with an airbrush and clean all the scales. Yeah, the white on the throat, that's why I'm trying to dry his throat off now, and then I can get that painted. And he definitely has yellow eyes. But yeah, like this is boring right now. You're watching paint dry. Literally. Have you eaten? Okay. Some. But tell you what, you tell them a haunted house story. I'm gonna go up and grab a snack from up front. Alright, any haunted house story that doesn't involve the police or excessive nudity. Alright. I didn't say no nudity, I'm just saying not excessive nudity.
So Alan visited our haunt down in Maryland, and we had built a prop that was a giant claw. And just so happened that Alan was on the wagon when the claw tip broke off and fell in his lap. And you know, we were all freaked out. We thought it hit a customer, but it turns out it was Alan instead. So we were just like, oh, he'll be okay. There's no worries there. But it's good to have him come by the haunts, and he does so much for us. So it's really great to be here and help him too. The best part of our haunted house is probably our hayride. Although we have 4 attractions, we have the Sinister Circus, and we have the corn maze. It's kind of like a haunted corn maze, and then also the Farewell Hotel. I'd say, you know, as far as our actors, everybody tends to like the hotel because it's indoors, but it's a really great haunt all the way around, and I think our customers have a lot of fun. Our haunt is Legends of the Fog in Maryland. No, I don't play any particular character. I'm more behind the scenes. I do a lot of like set building and you know, just general maintenance setup, things like that. I think I've maybe gotten in costume once or twice, but technically I just kind of ride behind and make sure if anything's broken or, you know, people need help. You know, that's what I do. Did Alan go in the circus one? Yeah, he did. You're talking in the circus, the scare scene in the circus? Yeah, it's like a freak show. Basically, not necessarily killer clown like you're used to, but more like oddities and ends. You know, just one of those things where you have like a freak show atmosphere and, you know, twisted clown performers and circus performers. Yeah, I think Alan did go get ribs. The Brazilian place for lunch. All right, I'll tell them that. So the latex is still pretty wet on the other side, so I just moved it around. Hopefully it's going to dry up here pretty soon, but this side's pretty dry right now. Texas State, Brazil. Okay. Yeah, we use boo boxes, Peekaboo and like boo box FXs, things like that. That whole line from Fright Ideas is really good. We tend to really enjoy it, and then we go DMX as well.
You
And
have any questions about the haunt?
yeah.
Yeah. They do that.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to grab another brush.
Still wet under here. Most of the other stuff is pretty good.
But I can work on it.
Yeah.
What, a dry brush it? So, well, I'm only hitting the throat. I mix up this real white color with the throat. Did you see how many people were watching when you started talking?
No.
140.
Oh, wow.
How many's watching now? 35.
I'm very bored.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, we're about the same. Know Your Joe wants to know, what DMX controllers do you use?
The Pico DMX or the Pico FX, I believe. They tie in really nicely, and then we started using wireless transmitters the other year off of Amazon. They look really well, and we haven't had any problems so far.
Why do you use wireless transmitters?
Cuts down on the cable management and gives us the ability to have, remote access. So if you want to put a light up high, you don't have to run a cable up to it.
You got your power to it, obviously.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can.
Pretty much using my seam line as my dividing line color. I think dry brushing this is a one-guy job.
Yeah.
And then I'll work on scales on top of the head and let you paint the mouth pink. Dry brush the mouth pink like this. You know what? Dry brush it this color first,
And then paint.
then paint, so that pink really pops.
Gotcha.
I put a lot of paint on my brush, but I knocked a bunch of it off. I want to retain these black lines, so I'm brushing across them. If I brush with them, my bristles would go down in there, and I would not get any depth out of this. I'm doing this for depth. For depth and for visual interest.
What color teeth?
The teeth, I'm going to go white, because this thing comes out of the dark at you, so I do want the teeth to pop. It would look a little more realistic if I... snakes have got pretty white teeth, like the teeth that snakes have are pretty white. I have to defend myself every time I'm saying I'm painting teeth white.
Yeah.
But in font lighting, like that just looks the best. Other things look the best in this light. Other things look better on internet. But I'm painting it for inside of a lawn.
How did you make the plans?
I actually did it live. So there's a live video of it a little while ago. It's just 2-inch foam that I just cut out on the bandsaw and carved down and then sanded. So they're upholstery foams. They're squishy. I can do another layer. I can bring this up in brightness.
And then turn it down and you're playing.
If I need to turn it down, I can turn it down. It's going to go on a little brighter than it will dry, because all latex paint dries darker. That's why you buy a can of red and you open it, you're like, oh my god, it's pink. They gave me the wrong color. It's red. I was with a guy who was painting for like 15 years. It's like, they gave us pink. But he never painted anything red, you know what I mean? Because house colors are like, this is beige, this is other beige, this is new beige. Yeah. And they're all pretty close. And he's like, I haven't painted out of anything but a 5-gallon bucket in 20 years. Okay, so now this guy has some of those white, that's his jawline, and the white comes up under here. So I think I'm going to do his top lip with a little bit of this too. I also learned a while ago that a snake's color pattern and their scales, you would think it would be like pixels, like the scale is all this color. No, if the line can go right through the middle of a scale,
Okay.
which is kind of neat. I didn't think that was the case when I looked at the pictures of it. I learned that when I was doing, I did a big, like banana ball python for a Britney Spears impersonator. Yeah, that's a lot lighter. Hey, buddy. I'm live. Shot on the list. Okay. Great. Message me with your shot list, and I'll put it together too.
Referencing reference balls.
Okay.
I might do troubleshoot, practical, and then I'll go to shoot.
Okay. Great.
Print that out, and you can put it up.
Yeah, I like that. Alex, you have that? All right.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Tell them where I'm at so they know.
Hey, that's a snake.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my tooth breaking tomorrow, probably.
Realms, I just posted some props that are for sale. Yes?
Hi. Hi, Alan.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
She gets nervous on camera.
Yeah.
And I scare people for a living, so I can't resist. This is Rue. He does not get nervous on camera. Yeah.
YouTube
Sure
again?
don't.
What's that?
YouTube again?
This is, yeah, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, so next week's shooting, yes or no?
I have a prosthetic that needs to be applied, and a makeup that needs to be done.
Okay. Can you, like, try on makeup immediately?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I'll be
Okay.
later.
Easy stuff.
Need anything from me?
Make sure she gets to her car if it's dark.
Yep.
Wait, is it dark?
I don't know.
That's still probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Take care, Rue.
Bam. You in tomorrow?
No.
No.
But you can be to finish this stuff.
Awesome. Come in for a little bit.
Okay. You don't
Well,
have to.
tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, then yeah, do that.
Well, she doesn't until 11, so.
Oh,
I've got those today. Still want to get some of that stuff.
so now I have to figure out how you can paint the mouth and I can paint scales on top of the head at the same time. I think now that this is done and dry, we can, okay, almost dry, we can pull it out of here again and then lean it forward.
Back where it was.
Yeah, back to where it was. I'm going to back up the tripod so they can see this possible comedy of errors happen. Don't you keep your snake head in a shopping cart? So we have to lift up on a pivot and then slide this out. Yeah. Now you lift them out and I can figure out scales. I'm going to go get a 1-inch chip wrench. I like that. No hesitation. Boom. I'm painting the mouth. Hi. Oh, it's all about the black velvet pumpkins. Okay. Yeah, you're in what I call the golden handcuff position of art, where you have a good job that makes good money, but you want to be haunting. That doesn't make good money. Yeah. Treat it like a hobby, in that case, you know.
Now still a little light out.
Alright, so I have more black, I have straight black, that's right. Straight black. I have a reference for what I'm going for. So, I'm using this to build diamonds, like one side at a time. cut my chip brush. Give myself more control. I don't think that's terrible, especially if I do like a thin grayish white line in there with the airbrush. What do you think about that? How that's turning out? You.
Yeah, if you're airbrushing for me, I think that's
Because they're sloppy right now, but if you look at those guys, the head scales, now the body scales are real nice and clean, but the head scales, they're all over the place.
yeah, and they're a lot more rounded out.
Yeah, I don't want to go too rounded out until I get up towards the nose.
I like it. Yeah, I think you're gonna do fun with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be like this whole band here. I'll probably bring it down in here. Wanting to do a black snake, that's kind of, I would not have gone black. Like I'd go like bright green or something, you know?
But they wanted a black snake.
They wanted black. When the client says black snake, you make a black snake. Like sometimes I'll be going live and people will be like, you should do this. I'm like, I can't. It's not what the client wants.
Right.
You want to cut a chip brush like this? Basically, it's two lengths. Needs, oh, okay. He went and cut it over the trash can. I think I just cut it over the table. But I am a savage. Yep, pretty close. Let me get you another little cup for paint. It's right around hour 12 at work where I want to back brace.
Yeah. So you're just doing like a length, a length.
I think my goal is
Good question. Record. Tomorrow, are you cool?
what's that?
Tomorrow, whatever you know.
You want to come during the day? That's fine. Sure.
And then I'll come here Saturday.
Okay. I have 4 gallons of easy flow in my van.
All right. Perfect.
Better than candy. So here's what I'm doing. I am putting this right in the center where I want that. And I push to the side, and I push to the side. Up here, push to the side, push to the side. But I really want to roll it so my point just kind of stays pointed.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am? Mhm. board. Okay. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Well, what I'm doing is I'm posting it. I'm saying it's not first come, first serve. I'm looking at body types and all that stuff. So I think that's working out pretty well. You're actually leaving?
Thank you.
I could, but then I would have all my scales the same size if I stretched it up. And there's so many different sizes on this head and shapes and curves, I think it would just be a pain. It's not taking that long, so I'm just going to paint them by hand. How are you doing over here? You're doing pretty good. You might be a little far away in between scales. Yeah, come a little closer. We got to meet up and be friends. I may have just discovered something. Watch this. So I just lay it on and draw the scale. See that? A little bit of cleanup. Yeah, so this style of scale is happening up till about here, and then I'm switching to a rounded scale on the face. And I don't want them all the same. I don't mind them doing this. I wish I could have just sculpted the whole snake, you know? Could also cut out a foam scale and just stamp it, kinda, you know? Yeah, that's going pretty good. Yeah, I'm liking the drag across thing. And I have like a couple more layers to refine and define my scales. This isn't the only thing I'm doing. When I do the airbrush, that's really going to tighten it up in between it. Kind of figured out is having the right amount of paint on your brush. I'm not telling you how to do it because I'm doing it better. I'm exploring. I've painted them 6 different ways already. Who knows what I'm going to learn? But I'm not doing it the way I've always done it.
How would you
Like they were saying, take a fishnet, stretch a fishnet across it, and then paint through that. This will probably be seen for about 5-6 seconds, you know. Yo, that's a nice scale. See, with the charcoal gray base, we're going to have 3 colors on this guy, just by outlining these. I'll either make my outline hug the front of the scale or the back of the scale every time, and that'll kind of give it a nice border. There we go. Yeah, that's working. Learn how to paint diamond patterns from this. Well, good. Yeah, this is a diamond pattern. Well, I do it so much better one direction than I do the other. Mentally, it's harder to start on the diagonal of the scale, you know, and not start at the point of the scale. And the scales have to go on now, and I can sharpen them later. I'm just winging it. Look, I'm just doing this, edge of the brush, push down, pull back. And that's how I'm doing all these guys. And then I'm gonna start blending from this back into this as I come up the eye.
So I'm gonna do is just put it back to here, and then I'll let you come over.
Okay. Remember, they can't see both sides of the snake at once. They ain't got to match. Yeah, fishnets over work. They work well, but I'm trying to get all the different size and patterns of scales that you find on a snake head, and they're different. I mean, they arrange differently around the eye. And the fish nets would give me great scales, but they'd all be the same size, and there wouldn't be any adjustment as far as size and texture and all that. Yep, it's a giant snake. I'm gonna turn the cart around. Turn the cart around. Pattern through and follow and do the do, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab you some magenta.
Okay.
You're doing fine. I'm gonna do the magenta. Because here I am. So how old are you again?
36.
36. So you're a good deal younger than me. I am 42, going on 77. Did you ever call him all completely dead now?
No, it's still there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. It was pretty dead when I was growing up there.
It's a lot different now. They revamped it, put some money into it. When I was growing up, they used to have like the free $5 movies there.
Yeah. I used to just go there for fist fights. We would get in fist fights in the Carvel parking lot.
Okay.
I don't know if the Carvel place is still there. The
Yeah.
ice cream place. Yeah. No. I had my throat crushed with a pool cue in that parking lot. And I went to a payphone to call 911. Because my friend and the other two, my friend and two guys who were fighting, like, because I kind of blacked out for a second, I was getting their car.
Yeah.
It was like pool cue hit, red mist of blood. It was like, wow, okay, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
And then I opened my eyes, I like, why am I underground? And I opened my eyes, and my friend who's with me and them are running that way, because they all thought I was dead. So of course the best course of action is to run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were great friends after that.
Yeah.
But, you want to feel something cool? There you go. Grab my throat.
Alright.
Oh!
It's so creepy.
That's my, yeah, it's like, there's a lot of scar tissue there. It's not really well connected. It's good times.
That's funny.
Yeah.
How old are you when that happened?
15. I wasn't driving yet.
What high school did you go to?
Well, I went to Aberdeen up until 10th grade, and then I did C. Milton Wright for 11th and 12th.
Okay. Went to Rasmussen.
But I was barely at C. Milton Wright because I got on the work program for the haunt I was building.
Really?
So September, I worked, and then October we opened and I worked, but then I didn't tell them that the job ended, you know? So, yeah, I wasn't what you'd call a model student. Once I got a car, it was pretty much all over my school career because I would get to the school parking lot and I would pull up and I'd look at the school and I'd be like, not today! Turn around and go do something else. Don't do that, kids. Stay in school or you end up like this, having a great time painting a giant snake. I don't want them to do that very well either. You get the idea. There's a chance you'll end up like that. You don't like school and you work very hard. How's that sound? You got to do that.
Oops, sorry. Really feel that in skills too.
Yeah. Turned out to be a good mouth color.
Yeah.
This is not a costume, Ryland. This is a monster head. And hello. Hey, Steve. Good to see you on, man. Yeah, it's weird. It's like guys I got in fist fights with, I look and they're city councilmen. It's like, oh, they did all right. I didn't feel like there was art there, and that's why I had to move out. I knew what I wanted to do, and I didn't think they would help me.
Some of that's gotten better. You know, there's a lot of programs there now, but
Sure, yeah.
it took a while. That transition was definitely rough.
I felt like it was, join the army or work in a factory. I think this guy's gonna look pretty good by the time we're done. You weren't like planning for like a 20-minute visit, were you? Because I totally hijacked you.
Best thing I've done all week.
Good to see you, sir. Custom Corpses, good to see you on. Al Matra Art. Yeah. When I put his fangs in, I did not put them in very even. They're kind of even. Close enough. They are both in his upper mouth. That's about what I'll give myself on that. And this is a very light gray I'm doing on these teeth right now. I'll go back over that in a bit with just pure white. Yeah, didn't you guys make a mold of like a big saw blade?
They worked it on a phone. And then, we board after that. We made the mold of the claw that corner.
That's right.
It's a good concept. We just, it was our first try ever at that.
Have you done it since?
Yeah.
It's our first try, and probably our last try for a long time.
It was a good lesson.
I do have haunts where, hey, can you come up with us? We're gonna make a mold. And then they'll fly me out to like show them how to make the mold, and then they got it. You know?
It was definitely worth it.
Well, yeah, having somebody who knows what they're doing, that helps, or at least the confidence to fake it. You guys still have Bob working out there with you?
Yeah.
Medic Bob?
Yeah. He's got the Bob Bourbon. He's got the Bob Command Post now.
Bob what?
Pop's Command Post. It's
Oh.
all 10. Actually, I'm sorry, it's got an RV now.
An RV?
Yeah, it's like a little behind trailer RV. Nuts. He's a good guy.
It seems. Called an actor out there named Fergus.
I don't think so.
He was a very interesting character. In a minute, I'll take the camera off and I'll do some zoom arounds so you guys can see stuff. Spin around again?
Yeah.
We are at dark hour, Custom Corpses. We're at dark hour. I did not bring the turtle home. I did like the turtle, but I did not have a spot at the moment for the turtle. Custom, how did your urethane master turn out? to slide them out for a second and hit the intermittent. That's it. Tell you what. When you paint his eyes white, I'm going to grab you a brush. Look at those eyes. You good with the 1-inch tip brush?
Yeah.
I actually think this is going to be easier than acid brush.
That's fine.
And you're just painting them white, the solid white for now, so that when the yellow pops, we'll get to it. And not too much paint on the brush, because the last thing you want to leave a border around, see like the black down here? I want to leave that. All the way around, you got a little edge of black. I could go back in and put it back in with the airbrush, but it's easier just to leave it in the brush set up. Hello, field walker. No iridescence planned for the scales. I'll put a gloss coat over it, and that'll be the last. To paint the whole line. I think I'm going to take these guys in the other room and see about getting the airbrush set up for that. Or do I wheel it into the makeup room? Hello, Anthony Saletti. We're working on a giant snake. See that big old snake head? Go out and get yourself a big black snake. Hobby Lobby for one thing and spent 40 bucks. That's how it works. That's what we end up doing. And if the teeth are dry, put one more coat on the teeth, please. I'll actually leave them with you for now. I'm just getting some stuff together, and you're actually painting a thing. Take a picture of you doing this. There you go. Now you got a picture of you doing the color. And you have a few selfies from me. Can't resist. me a favor? I think I got it. Set up an airbrush on that airline so I can get those medium scales hit. If there are scales that are diamond shaped and I want them round, I do that by defining this layer. I don't think I'm gonna mess them up. We'll find out together. Not a good bottle for zombie snail. So you got zombie raccoon with his head stuck in a can. Okay. This is latex paint, and distilled water. Not a lot of distilled water, this is pretty thick. But I also have the airbrush shooting at about 90 psi. Oh yeah, shoots it like a dream. I think I like it. I'm not entirely sure. Can I drive that way a little bit? Yeah, I don't mind that. I like how it pops the scales. Take a look at this. If you don't mind, sir. Pops the scales nice. Just over here, you could barely tell a differentiation, you know? And I think this is gonna help define them and just make them
Top out.
hey ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da. Yeah, I don't like to put liquid mold material on anything that's glossy. So spray it with something matte before you do, and that should help. Kind of digging that. See, that gives me 3 colors right in there, which I like. Sean, what time is it? It's not bad, we're almost done. I like that I can like redefine the scale and what their outline is. You know, that's kind of nice. Because the ones that are a little blobby, I can just sharpen them right up. Do you airbrush?
Yeah. I'm okay. I normally stick to the wide spin one.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a good one.
Which one are you using?
Harbor Freight dual action. I want to be able to get those fine lines. Almost hurts my eyes a little bit, you know?
Yeah. You want me to readjust so you can paint from the top down, or?
I think the best way to do that is just to drag him so his head hangs off this end. But you might need to flip him for that because of how heavy his head is. You know what I mean? This end of the cart is heavier. Yeah, he's looking all right.
Yeah, I think so.
Want to pick him up?
I think so.
Can we strap him in like a child? Wrap around there once. Look at that. Yeah, we're good. That probably won't fall over. There's a little spots on top of his teeth that weren't hit. Glad you like it. I might try that tomorrow, Ezekiel. Sorry guys, I didn't know what it sounded like. Harbor Freight, dual action, 20 bucks. good about that. We'll do, let's prep some yellow for his eye. And then prep the other airbrush and some black. Well, yes, we did have to move by the fan. That's fine. So quiet in this room. Earlier today, it was full of werewolves. Those are all masks. That is our makeup room. We also keep masks in there. Remember where I had you grab those chip brushes around the corner? Grab another acid brush for this yellow. Got my Sprite, I've got my orange crush. Those pictures are all posters of shows that we did. You want to start yellowing those eyes. And do the whole eye yellow. We'll do the black on top of it. Yeah, the eyes are going to be a big deal. You know, just painting the mouth on it made some big changes. And for this guy, I'm going to do a 50-50 mix of black paint and water. It's pretty snake. Holy moly. Then, yeah, perfect. You go up to that black edge and don't go over that black edge. So whenever you are mixing paint and water in a container, always put the water in first, because that keeps the paint from coating the inside of the bottle, and it won't mix right. It'll mix better if the water goes in first. This is exciting because we're getting close.
Yeah.
I don't have a zombie snail button. Doesn't that pop? Like, whoa! Now I find the airline. Nice translucent black. So I can darken without dominating.
Yeah, that's right.
Now it's a black snake.
Yep.
I can mist in some areas, and in other areas really lay down some nice shadow. Any spot where I got it too hot with the white, I can just calm it right down with this. It's quite possible you guys are thinking, whoa, too much when I went with all the white. But that layers. Layers is helping me.
It's a mouth on.
What's that?
The mouth on.
Right here.
Uh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we're waiting on the eyes to dry. That's what's going to come at you right there. Ah. And it's showing up brighter on camera than it does to the eye. Yeah, yeah. So, gang, so here we go. Yes, this is the end because the project is done. Well, pretty much. We gotta wait on the eyes to dry. I gotta put the slits in the eyes. I'll take some pictures after that, but we gotta wait on the eyes to dry. That's gonna take a while. So I'm gonna call it now, and I'll post some pics on Stiltbeast Live Creepers. Thanks for watching. Say goodnight.
Good night, guys.
And I say goodnight and go make stuff. Thanks for watching.